Welcome to SENS Talk. My name is Brandon, and I'm your host. Before we get started, please follow us on Twitter at SensTalk_ for live updates of the games, of course, breaking news. As well, please check out our website, SensTalkCentral.com. We update that every single day. As well, please check out our sponsor, cjohn.ca. Using the code SensTalk to get discounts on your Senators tickets. Using that code really helps us make these videos, so please check out that with the code SensTalk. Before we get started, I would like to wish all the women and girls watching this video a happy National Women's Day. Hope it was a great day for you girls. Now, let's get into some Senators news. A lot of controversy. The Senators have their team photo. Every single season, every NHL team does this. They have their team photo. Senators had theirs a couple days ago. And there's a few second shot where Carlson is sitting next to the Senators owner, CEO, and whatever. You obviously know him, Eugene Melnyk, and as well Pierre Dorion. There was a 5-second, 10-second gap where it looked very awkward between the two, and that's expected. I'm sure it wasn't exactly not awkward. Carlson being next to Eugene Melnyk, but I think the media is making a bigger deal out of it than it really is. I'm not defending Eugene Melnyk, and I'm sure there was some awkward or tense involvement there, but it's in my opinion, it got blown out of proportion. There is a narrative and there is a story needed to be covered by the media to get the views, the clicks, especially in Ottawa. I get that, especially with how tense everyone is against Eugene Melnyk. But even though I do believe there was definitely some tense in that video, it clearly showed it. I don't think it was such a big deal than the media is portraying it. Let's get into some Senators news now. Bergdorfer and Max McCormick were out for tonight's game. Tom Pyatt returned after battling the flu. Bruce Garriock, during the first intermission, said Philip Gustafsson is currently in the playoffs for his SHL Swedish team, and until that team is eliminated from playoffs or when they win the championship, he will come over to North America and hopefully he will play a few games in Belleville and or Brampton, the ECHL affiliate of the Senators. But I really don't see how they put Gustafsson in the ECHL. I see Gustafsson, if coming to to North America for the season. Hopefully they'll give him a few games in Belleville, and it would be good for him to start the adjustment from the SHL, bigger ice surface, to the smaller ice surface, and the different style of gameplay in North America. Let's get into tonight's game. The Senators are playing against the Buffalo Sabres. Going to this game, the Senators were only a couple points in front of the Sabres for that second last spot in the National Hockey League. And, TSN was really portraying it as well. This was a big game for both teams to lose in a way where you're battling for that first overall pick for the generational talent in Rasmus Dahlin. So it's kind of like it's one of those games where both fan bases are cheering for the opposite teams, and the players just want to play for pride. So let's see what happens in tonight's game. Senators started Craig Anderson, and the Buffalo Sabres, of course, started Robin Lehner has a .960 save percentage. A career against his former team, the Ottawa Senators. He came into tonight's game not playing too well as of late, but like usual, played pretty well against Ottawa. To the first period you go, with less than 2 minutes to go, Scandella fires a shot, beating Anderson, glove side. He was screened, 1-0 Sabres. Going to the second period now, 35 seconds in, right away, Dzingel gets the Senators on the board with his 18th of the year, number 18 for 18, assisted by Matt Duchene. Duchene, in his last 27-plus games for the Senators, now 12 goals and 15 assists on that scoreboard, and the Senators are tying it at 1 apiece. 3 minutes later, to be exact, Ryan Dzingel again buries it. 2-1 Ottawa, assisted by Mike Hoffman and Eric Carlson. The Senators take the lead now. It's 2-1, and Ryan Dzingel, 2 beauty goals there, 1 glove side one, and 1 one-timer blocker side pass for Robin Lehner. Eric Carlson reaches the 50-point mark for the 6th time in the last 8 full NHL seasons for him. The only defenseman to do this in 6 times since 2005-2006. Eric Carlson, generational talent. Would be a huge mistake to get rid of him. We already know that. Further proof. We move on now. 10 minutes later, Sam Reinhart gets the Sabres on the board. A turnover from Chabot and a weird bounce finds Reinhardt. Anderson had no chance. The Sabres tied at 2 apiece, assisted by Benoit Pouliot. But the Senators redeem themselves. Thomas Chabot, to be exact, redeems himself. He comes right in on Robin Lehner, and once again, like Ryan Dzingel, beats Robin Lehner glove side. 3-2 Ottawa on Chabot's 6th of the season, assisted by Magnus Pajjarvi, his 100th point in the National Hockey League, so congratulations to him. And Mark Stone. Stone now extends his point streak to 10 games with 2 goals and 13 assists on that streak. 3-2 Ottawa. We head to the third period now, 27 seconds in. Scott Wilson, 3-3 game. His 6th of the season from O'Reilly and Reinhardt. Bad angle shot. Off a rebound from Anderson, and the Sabres and Senators are going to overtime after a very boring third period minus a couple last minutes where the Sabres really put the pressure on and Anderson made some big saves. Overtime, Baptiste beat Carlson, and a beautiful glove save there by Anderson. But back the other way, Robin Lehner made a nice glove save, and Ryan Dzingel could have had 5 or 6 goals tonight. And there was three times tonight where the puck was on the goal line and somehow stayed out for the Senators. So realistically, this should have been a blowout, but it wasn't. And we go to the shootout now, and it's a shooter's game now. It's not a goaltending or defense kind of game. So Duchesne comes in on Lehner and it beats him 5-hole. We move on now to the Sabres' second shooter, who Sam Reinhart beat Anderson 5-hole as well after the last shooter for the Sabres, O'Reilly, hit the post. Mike Hoffman poke-checked by Lehner and tripped up by Lehner. And to win it, Jacob Josephson beats Anderson glove side. And the Buffalo Sabres win this game 4-3. Senators lose the game 4-3. And this is a big loss towards that first overall draft pick lottery odds. The Sabres now are 2 points back of the Ottawa Senators, with Senators have 2 games in hand, but this really could cement the Senators not getting a top 4 pick. Like if they get if they finish last in the league, they get a top 4 pick automatically. So realistically, around 4 to 6, that would have cemented them probably not getting that. So if you're on the team tank, this is a big loss, and it was still an exciting game to watch, so everyone wins. Besides that, the Senators, didn't play a bad game, didn't play a good game. Sabres are not a good team, and they don't have Jack Eichel, so it's not much to talk about. Eicheless Sabres win 4-3. The shots to goal 40-34 Ottawa final. Power plays, both teams put zeros on the board. 0 for 4 were the Senators, 0 for 3 were the Sabres, with a power play in the final 16 seconds of that overtime period. 3 starts of the game. The third star, Sam Reinhart, with a goal and assist, a +2 rating, 21 minutes on the ice. The second star, Jacob Josephson, with the game-winning shootout goal, and the SENS YouTube star of the night, and the first star of the night, Ryan Dzingel. Could have easily had 5 or 6 goals tonight, almost had a natural hat trick. Senators lose this game, but Dzingel, 2 goals on the night, 2 penalty minutes, a +1 rating, and just under 20 minutes with 19:58 time on the ice. And the attendance in tonight's game was 13,377. Expected for the 2 worst teams in the Eastern Conference, not going to be a high attendance, especially with a snowstorm here. And, bad attendance, but considering all the factors playing in, not a bad attendance. So you could look at it as somebody that's not aware of the situation surrounding the Senators, and you'd be like, well, that's a bad attendance. But then you look at the 2 worst teams in the conference. They're playing on a weeknight, and they're playing in the middle of nowhere during a snowstorm. Not a bad attendance. But besides that, the next game is tomorrow night when the Senators take on the Calgary Flames, March 9th at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time in Ottawa. If you want tickets to that game for the cheap, see John Dogsay using the code SENSTOCK. We'll get you tickets there. Besides that, the Senators fall to the Sabres 4-3. I'll see you tomorrow night when the Senators take on the Calgary Flames. So thank you all for watching. Please follow us on Twitter at SENSTOCK_ for live updates of the games and of course breaking news. Please like us on Facebook at SENSTOCK, add us to our service on Google Plus SENSTOCK. Click the big red button down there and subscribe to us. Like this video, share this video wherever you share cool stuff. Please check out our website, SENSTOCKCentral.com. We update that every single day as well. Please click right here for the season playlist, right here for our most recent upload, and right here to subscribe to us. Thank you for watching. I appreciate the support. I'll see you tomorrow when the Senators take on the Flames in Ottawa. I'll see you then. Go Sens go.